What's up, y'all? It's Heather Rogers. I am I guess you would say, Sean Dolby's partner in crime, the fabulous moolah, as he likes to call it. And I just want to let you guys know, you're not going to see a whole lot of me on this week's show. Well, you're going to see me, but you're not going to see me. I had some shit to do, so I'm not going to be in on the interviews, but I do want to introduce the show because it's really special. We got Archer Productions putting on ROCKPILE at Pub at 61. It's coming up this Sunday, March the 14th. Make sure you check it out, man. ROCKPILE, amazing jam session. Play whatever instrument you want, sing, come on in. We've also got the Kael Jackson Band. They're going to be performing for you, and I'm really hoping I'm going to get to help interview these guys for next week when I get back. So, miss you bunches. Love you lots. Have another drink.
Hey, welcome back to another edition of After Dark with Shawnee and Heather. Got my man in here today, Lee Archer. What's going on, Arch?
It's going, man.
I'm glad it's going. Yeah, can't you tell we're like Sinatra and Sammy Davis sitting up here, having a ball. We haven't had you on the show in a minute. Actually, have we ever had you on the show?
I don't think.
No, wait a minute. Technically, it wasn't the show. We did. I did the interview with the band.
That's right.
Okay, so but no, you've never been on the show. So welcome to After Dark. You know, the show's about barroom banter, and anything that comes to mind, we talk about it. We just don't give two damns about it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, you've been involved in ROCKPILE. Everybody's talking about ROCKPILE, man. ROCKPILE, for those who don't, explain to them what ROCKPILE is.
Okay, so ROCKPILE is this rock open mic night that, of course, caters to the rock crowd, and it's just like any other open mic night. You just sign your name up and write down what instrument you play, and you can either go on as a full band or as an individual performer or somebody that needs to go up there with a band, and we'll pair you up with somebody. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it is just coming up with songs like right on the spot, and for some of these guys, you know, and getting up there and saying, "Hey, do you know this song or do you know this song?" It's best to try to figure that out before you get up on stage.
Yes.
So you don't waste too much time, because the clock is ticking and people want to get up there and play. So.
ROCKPILE's been around for a minute though. You've actually picked up the reincarnation of it.
Right.
Because I remember Bryn Wilson and a lot of the guys were doing it for about 2 or 3 years prior.
That's right.
They were doing it at Smokies. It was kind of started there, and then micro bands started forming from it. And then you picked it up and really gave it a shot in the arm and breathed it back to life.
Right. So for ROCKPILE came before I did, and I remember several times Smokey or some of the house rock band members would, because it would change every month, the house band, and I would get asked to host it once in a while. And really where I came to play with ROCKPILE was when it was at Smokey's place. Mm-hmm. And I saw a post from Smokey saying that, probably not going to do ROCKPILE anymore because it wasn't bringing in any money, and there wasn't people showing up, and the only people that were showing up were the guys that were getting paid. And I think what happened was, and I said this on another program, that we had a lot of great players that would come out to ROCKPILE and host it during that time, but nobody was really advertising it online on any of the social media platforms. So I took it upon myself to try to revive ROCKPILE so that, the rock guys had an open mic night to go to. The blues guys have a very dedicated following, and I wanted to make sure that the rock guys had their chance. And the only way to do it was to advertise it and try to get people to come out and play and fill up the room. my original intention for ROCKPILE was to get up there and play 3 or 4 songs and then just let everybody else play on my amp. But what ended up happening was I ended up learning everyone's songs in the room. So I never leave the stage.
That's either a good or a bad thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so because I know you've been up on stage with the house band and with everybody else with the sit-in, so it's pretty cool. There are some regulars from ROCKPILE that have kind of made names for themselves. What's up with Attorney John Price?
So me and John Price became friends through social media, and he saw one time that I was hosting ROCKPILE, wanted to know more about it, and he came out to ROCKPILE one time and did a bunch of Rolling Stones songs, and people thought that was just great. And he did a great job. He has great stage presence, and he can really act the part. And ever since then, he started showing up more and more often. He's also taking lessons over at Bach to Rock Music School.
Really?
Yes.
He's learning how to play?
Well, it's interesting. He's coming there for vocal lessons, and I think he sounds great vocally, but he says he wants to be stronger at it, and which is cool. It's a positive environment for that. And surprisingly enough, I didn't know this about John Price, but he can actually play drums and sing at the same time.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that until he hung out with me at the music school. And
this guy I'm learning more and more. And after hanging out with him, I'm learning more and more. He's not Shelley Leak. No, he's not. And everybody knows my just overwhelming obsession with Attorney Shelley Leak. I just had to say, everybody knows about it. I need to get help for it. I'm actually been working on that, trying to get up. But John Price is helping with my obsession with Shelley. He is a cool, fun dude, man. He really is.
He really is. I think he's got a very strong personality. I think he's got a lot of presence when he gets on stage in front of a crowd. And last ROCKPILE, he and everybody in the room ended up like singing the John Price theme song.
Yeah. That's when you know you're somebody, when they sing your theme song. For real.
Yeah. I wish I had a theme song.
I wish I did too. Tell me about Cole.
Okay.
Cole rocks. For those of you who don't know who've been on our Facebook pages, we've been promoting this kid. What is he, 9?
He
10?
just recently turned 10 years old as of like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago.
Is he a prodigy?
I think so. This is a kid that doesn't really want to play video games, and all he really wants to do is play guitar. He's a huge Kiss fan. He's been coming out to ROCKPILE and just killing it, just him by himself.
Before we go any further, we just want to explain to the audience, his parents have been bringing him. He just doesn't stray into the bar. Okay, he's in a separate section. He's nowhere near the bar. You know, I haven't even seen him drink a soda or a glass of water. He just comes in there ready to shred, man.
Yeah, that's right. His dad brings him and tells me to sign him up at 8 o'clock on the sign-up sheet, and he's there for his 15 minutes of fame and rocking out and has a great time and entertains the crowd. And I always let the crowd know, hey, pull out your cell phone and go Facebook Live with this kid, because I want him to blow up. And he eventually did blow up, with him and I hanging out and doing this music thing at ROCKPILE and stuff over at Pub 61. I do my Archer Productions, which is like my video production company, and I had filmed him a couple of times. And the footage ended up getting in the hands of Layla Gulen from Fox 24 News. Yes. And I remember I came home one night after seeing my friend Eddie Bush play and getting a message on my phone from Layla saying, hey, what about this kid Cole? Are you his manager? Are you his promoter? And I just said, no, I just pumped the kid on social media, and he's turned out to be the best advertisement for ROCKPILE or anything fun that's associated with music and guitar.
Yeah, man, that kid is, I remember he damn near brought tears to my eyes when the first time I saw him, because I'm like, why can't my kids do that? You know what I'm saying? I felt like a jealous dad for just a few minutes. And but yeah, the kid is super talented. Joe Fisher comes out. There's a lot of name brands
Yeah,
David McIntyre. There's some name brands that come through ROCKPILE. But there's also some cool singers. It's not all musicians. There's a lot of singers, and they've been coming in and kind of shredding the stage and killing it too.
Right. We've had Michelle come up several times.
Michelle Walters.
Yes. And she loves to get up on stage. She likes to, perform in front of people, and I think that's where her element is.
Yeah, she's a stage. I'm grooming her now in the studio, getting her ready. So there's some hellified things coming out of ROCKPILE. Tell me about Bach to Rock. How long you been with Bach to Rock? Explain to people exactly what Bach to Rock is.
So Bach to Rock is this music school that's over in Mount Pleasant on Long Point Road in the Bell Hall Shopping Center.
Shameless self-promotion.
Yes, that's right. I'm the head teacher over there. I'm there Monday through Friday.
Shameless self-promotion.
Yeah, there you go. And it's definitely one of the few places I know, and I've been teaching music for about a decade now, and I've been working there for 3 years, maybe 4. It's the only place I know that has like a wonderful ensemble rooms for upcoming teenage or little kid bands to learn what it's like to be in a band, because being in a band is a lot like being in a sports team, knowing what your part is and how to play with others and when to pass the ball, so Bach to Rock's great for that. It's got like a little performance hall there. It's a franchise, so there's a bunch of them around the country.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a franchise, kind of like School of Rock. It has its own set of curriculum. The teachers are great. I'm teaching guitar, bass, ukulele, beginner drums, beginner keyboard, and all the kids are great. And I try to make sure that every student knows that when they're learning something, that nothing is ever really hard. It's just unfamiliar, meaning we just never done it before.
That's a good point.
And the only way you become familiar with something is to practice. And with practicing, it should be something that you should enjoy doing. It shouldn't feel like a chore. And we practice towards getting toward a certain goal, which for me and a lot of the students is trying to get them towards a goal of either A, playing a song, or B, playing a song with a full band.
Feel free. The next ROCKPILE will be at Pub 61.
Right.
And what is the date? Because we just had one that was Valentine's Sunday. So when will the next one be?
Next one will be on March 14th.
You're only doing once a month?
Once a month. That's about as much as I and probably any of the other ROCKPILE guys can, devote to that, is once a month. And I find that doing it once a month is great because people can prepare for it.
Yeah.
They can sit there
Practice
and
a couple tunes,
maybe talk to their friends on social media and say, what songs are you going to do? And for me, I feel like I've taken on ROCKPILE now. It's kind of like my thing. It's kind of been, I kind of adopted it, and doing it once a month is about as much as I can do. I know that the blues guys do it every week,
every Sunday,
and that's great.
I don't know how they got the stamina though.
Yeah,
but then on the other end, a lot of those guys are retired and they just want to jam.
Right.
So I guess it's a whole different thing. Now, your band, Time and Pressure, are y'all always the house band, or is it an open invite to other bands to be house bands? Or
so that's a really good question.
Yeah.
So I've had Time and Pressure be the house band over at Pub 61 consecutively a couple times because I just didn't know what the turnout was going to be like being at a new pub. And I would like to get other house band members to come up and play. When I was doing it over at Smokey's, I remember Smokey would tell me, he'd be like, Arch, you got to change out your house band members. And he told me why, because, maybe if they're the house band member, maybe other people will want to show up. Yeah. And that makes a lot of sense. For me, I just didn't know how it was going to be like for the next couple of ROCKPILEs with it moving like that.
Right.
And I wanted to have a band that could at least take on the entire night in case nobody showed up. And I would love for other people to join me. It seems as though I stick as the permanent house band member on guitar. And I have a different singer, bass player, drummer. I would love for people to do that. I've even actually put posts up on Facebook to look for people.
Okay.
And I've had some people respond back that were like, you know, I'd love to be a house band member for you guys, or for you. But the problem is I've never played with them before, so I don't know what they know or what they don't know.
I guess, yeah, a lot of people can be fearful of jam sessions.
Right.
I guess they can be.
And the other, like, interesting...
Particularly drummers.
Right. There was another interesting one that came up where somebody said that they would love to be a house band member, and I said, well, I've never played with you before. I would love for you to come out and show me that you can play. Well, he said, well, could we get together at some point? This person will be, not named, but I said, yeah, we can get together. He said, well, if I come to you, would you mind handing me $20 for gas money? And I'm like, nah, man, this isn't like...
And the plot thickens.
Yeah, right. Which is, I understand, but no, I generally like to have some house band members that I've either A, played with before, or B, that have come out to ROCKPILE religiously and deserve that time to be a house member.
I haven't seen a lot of rotating drummers. And the drummers are interesting in ROCKPILE because I've noticed, like, guys like not Looney, not Jeff Looney. Joe Fisher is a prime example when you get a fresh drummer, and he likes to break him in by giving him a song that he just knows that the timing is crazy. And he always wants to do "Here Comes the Sun."
Right.
And the drum timing on "Here Comes the Sun," if you don't know it, you're not going to know it. Even cats who played the song over and over again screw up. Here Comes the Sun.
Right.
So, but we have had a couple, not so much house bands, but I met Casual Suspects from coming through ROCKPILE. I mean, I remember the first night they came out as a band. And I'm like, these guys have a little Dave Matthews thing going on with them, man. I kind of like these guys. Members from Obvious Liars have come through. So, yeah, man, some of the heavy hitters. So, the next one is March
14th.
March 14th. Make your way to the Palmetto. No, not Pub 61. Why do I want to say Palmetto Pub? That's old school. Pub 61 on Highway 61, which is a home for a lot of live entertainment, a lot of great chicken scratch. Every time I think of Pub 61, I think of Chicken Scratch and Greg Bessinger and the boys. So come on out there, check it out. Arch will be there. And if you're a musician, you want to get on that list, sign up on the list. Bring your axe, bring your sticks, and do what you do. Or if you're a singer, bring your voice and your talent. You never know who's there. We may be videotaping it. You can use it for your own references, your own EPKs. And it's a lot of good times. And, of course, the drinks and the food are always great. I recommend the taco salad at Pub 61. I love that thing.
Hey, I'm Kael Jackson. This is Kael Jackson Band. We're going to do another one for you. It's a song called She Only Loves When She's Drinking. Based right out of here at Charleston. Come see us. You could understand. each other's clothes. I ain't one to bitch and moan, but I'd stop you should know. And all my friends are saying, hey buddy, what you thinking? She only loves you when she's drinking. All my friends are saying, hey buddy, what you thinking? She only loves you when she's drinking. Well, is she drinking tonight? Loves my songs and she loves the way that I sound. When I need her most, it seems like she is never around. And late at night, she's calling me up and saying, baby, I'm all alone. But I swear to God, I can smell that whiskey through the telephone. And all my friends saying, hey buddy, what you thinking? She only loves you when she's drinking. All my friends saying, hey buddy, what you thinking? She only loves you when she's drinking. Well, is she drinking tonight? Well, is she drinking tonight? Saying, hey buddy, what you thinking? She only loves you when she's drinking. All my friends saying, hey buddy, what you thinking? She only loves you when she's drinking. Well, is she drinking tonight? Thanks for watching.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
So we got it. What's before we get out of here? What's next for the band? I know we're in the studio, so y'all are pretty much focusing on going to take some time off, or what you going to do, man? What you want to do? People want to know. People want to know.
Are you talking about Time and Pressure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Time and Pressure is recording a song with you. Mm-hmm. And we're going to do a couple of covers, and I believe we're working up towards an original song, which is great. I love writing original music. Unfortunately, we're going to have one member that is going to be taking a break to do some family things, which is great, but that will mean that Archer will have to step up and play guitar and put a little bit more effort and rocking out, and which I'm perfectly fine with.
Yeah, you get some minutes. You get to, score a couple points here.
And another thing with Time and Pressure that's been really nice for me is quite recently I went wireless. So I'm running around the whole room, like getting everybody's attention.
I noticed that. At the last time I saw y'all at the B. Mm-hmm. I noticed that. I've noticed you're a wild man now that you're wireless.
Right. I went wireless. I actually went wireless a long time ago, but then my wireless bug actually messed up on me. But I knew with this gig that we had with Time and Pressure that was coming up at the time was a Valentine's Day thing, and they were auctioning me off for Valentine's Day for a kiss. And
that was one wild night.
And I got around to the audience and was trying to get them to spend money on them raffle tickets. And we had one lucky winner, which was Ernie, who is the bartender over at the Busy Bee. And he said he had been waiting a long time for that.
Yeah, he wanted to kiss the fuck out of you. You know what was so crazy? I had a feeling that he was going to win that raffle because when I went to go get my scotch, he goes, I sure hope I win. I spent so much fucking money. I'm like, oh my God, watch. Ernie's going to win this. And I remember they called the first raffle. The first ticket, no one. The second ticket, no one. The third one, hey!
Right.
Like, oh, Lord.
Well, yeah, I even had, dressed up for the part. I did, the usual cheetah pants. Yes. And I wore a vest with no shirt on. I was like, this is going to be great. There's going to be that one lucky lady that's out there who spent some money on the whole thing. And
it was the one dude bartender who had a pocket full of tips.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And, it was kind of a joke, too, or not really a joke. The guys would ask me, well, what happens if a guy's going to win? I'm just going to have to roll with it, man.
See, because you couldn't restrict the ticket sales.
Right.
It would have been sexual discrimination if we...
Right. That's right.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, it's After Dark with Shawnee and Heather. I'm here with my good buddy, Lee Archer, of the band Time and Pressure, man of many hats, Archer Productions on the video thing, guitarist for Time and Pressure, host and re-innovator of the ROCKPILE Jam Session. Make sure you check it out next month at Pub 61.
Baby, I've been thinking way too much, and you could say that I'm worrying on a touch. I still find all the reasons why you wanna come and stay with me tonight. So why don't we just stay tonight? Together we can find a mother. Honey, I've been holding on to you, but is that even what I really need to do? Still finding all the reasons why you wanna come and stay with me tonight. Why don't you stay tonight? Together we can come with me to another town, saying I don't mind staying with you, said another time, but why should we waste the night?